All right, guys, there's a test tomorrow. So today, what we're doing today is a review. So everything that you do today on the quizzes will be on the test tomorrow. And what we practice today will be on the test tomorrow. So the first 4 examples are new things, but not really, because it's still solving equations. Okay, but I don't know if you remember from middle school. This. Okay, this is cross multiply. So you're going to cross and multiply them. So I have 4 times 6 is 24 equals 3 times x is 3x. So once you cross them and multiply them, then you can solve. Okay, this one's really easy because all you have to do is divide both sides by 3. But you can also put it in y equals and see where they cross. This would be x equals 8. Okay, let's do a harder one. Cross multiply. So I'm multiplying those 2. That gives me 40 equals, I multiply these 2. That gives me 2 parentheses n plus 5. Okay, we can do this by hand, but we can also put this in y equals. So y equals 40 and y equals 2 parentheses n plus 5 close parentheses, and go see where they cross. Okay, you can do it like that. If I distribute, if I'm doing it by hand, that's 2n plus 10. Because 2 times n is 2n, 2 times 5 is 10, equals 40. Okay, move this over, because this is a constant, so it's going to be 40 minus 10, because I have to change the sign, equals 2n. Combine like terms, 40 minus 10 is 30, equals 2n, and solve by dividing. N equals 15. So if you would have put these 2 in y equals, they cross at n equals 15. Okay? I'm going to do one more, and you guys are going to do number 3 by yourselves. And you can do it in y equals if you want to. Over here, multiply those 2. That's 3 parentheses k plus 9 equals, multiply the other 2, that's 5 parentheses 2k minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to do this in y equals. Y equals 3 parentheses x plus 9 close parentheses, and y equals 5 parentheses 2x minus 3. So type this in decimals, and let's go see where they cross. Okay, so once you type both of them in decimals, y equals and y equals, you go look at where they cross, click on it, and the answer is your x. So it's x equals 6, or in this case, k equals 6. Okay, so you guys will do number 3 when you finish the whole video, or you can pause the video right now. The bottom 2 are review problems that will be on the test. Review problems. I taught you how to do this last week. You're going to type it exactly how you see it in decimals. Type this exactly like that, type this exactly like that, and it will give you the answer. The same thing for problem number 2. You're going to type it exactly like this in decimals, and exactly like this in decimals, and it will give you the answer. So go ahead and pause the video, put those 2 in decimals, and let's get those answers. Okay, so if I start typing it in decimals, this is what it looks like, and I got that square from right here. So you need to remember that it's in the keyboard. Then on the second line, you're going to type f of 5. So f parentheses, I want 5. Okay, and it gives you the answer right there. So my answer is 96. Write it down. f of 5 equals 96. You're going to do the same thing with this one. You can always put f of x, or you can change it to p's, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I have p of x equals 1 divided by 2, arrow over, parentheses, x minus 2, close parentheses, here's my square. You use this one for the little 2 up at the top. The next line, you're going to type p of negative 4. So p of negative 4, close parentheses, is 18. So that's how you do those problems. They're going to be on the quizzes in just a little bit. So p of negative 4 equals 18. All right? On the back page, on the next page, on the right side, this is just a review on how to put it in decimals. Remember that you have to change all the variables to x's. That means my p's should be x's. And then you always type y equals before you put it. So this one would be in y equals, and this one will also be in y equals. And you're looking for the intersection, donde cruzan, of the lines. Okay, the intersection of the lines. If they don't cross, then there is no solution, right? It's where they cross. And if they cross at all points, then it's infinite solutions. So go ahead and type the left side in decimals, y equals, the right side in decimals, y equals, and we're going to draw what the lines look like. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so when we type them in decimals, here's my first one, y equals negative 2 parentheses 1 plus 3x. And here's my second one, y equals 8 parentheses 6x plus 6, close parentheses, minus 6, 4x. So we're looking at where they cross. This is where they cross. Okay, my answer is at negative 1, 4. This is what they look like. Let me look again. Okay. They look something like this, right? They crossed right here at negative 1, 4. So my answer is p equals negative 1. It's the x. Okay, let's do the same thing for problem 2 and 3. Left side in y equals, right side in y equals, and let's see what they look like. Remember, do not put those y's in the calculator. They need to be x's. It's y equals, and then these are going to be x's. You can't have y equals and y equals y's on the other side. So this is after I type them in there, the left side and the right side, this is what they look like. And even if you zoom out, or if you go look, they are never going to cross because these are parallel lines. So what do you draw? You draw parallel lines, and you tell me that it has no solution. Okay, no solution because these are parallel. And they never cross, never intersect. Okay? Problem 3. Y equals and y equals. Put it in decimals. Okay, now these are going to look a little bit weird because when I type both sides and I zoom out, I don't see my red line. Okay? I don't see my red line. But if you click on my equation, my first equation, there appears my red line. If I click on my second equation, my blue line. So these two are the same line, the same thing. So when I draw it, this is what my lines look like, right? Blue and red, same line. Same line. So how many times do those touch? Well, here, 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 here. They touch infinite amount of times. That's why my solution is infinite solutions. Okay, they're going to intersect infinite amount of times. And they're going to keep going forever and ever. That's why it's called infinite solutions. Okay, you guys are doing a quizzes. I'm going to post the quiz code on the board. The quiz code that's in the calendar is not for right now. That's for homework, or that's if you want to make up the grade later on. The code is the one that I'm about to post on the board.